I started shopping with these guys a little while back, temu.com. They got some neat stuff, some cheap stuff, all kinds of stuff. Um, they seem to be pretty good to deliver stuff from wherever fairly quickly. It's not super duper fast, but it's quick enough. You can get a lot of stuff with a lot of discounts and promos and that sort of thing. If you don't like checking your phone a lot, they do message and send all kinds of updates, and they're trying to get you to get more stuff. But you got to kind of keep an eye on it if you're looking for something. You can get all these crazy discounts, buy one and get like 50% off, and then buy two and you get another. Anyway, forget all that. I just picked up this. This is what just showed up. And I didn't know what to expect. On average, anytime you order these work stands, they seem to be, I'd say the good ones are all about $200 retail, your normal price. But they go on sale sometimes, and they're 128 or whatever, some weird price. I was able to score these for about $80 a piece for two. And again, it was one of these 50% off blah, blah, blah deals, and then get 70% off the next one. And it worked out to about $80 a piece. So I got two. But I did accidentally push a shop now button, and I bought a second one, which was 50% off plus tax, so $100 and change. So I guess three of these are coming. Now, if I didn't want the third one, I could just send it back. But you can't send it back until it shows up, and then you can return it. And basically, they just refund you. I don't know how good that process is. I've never had to do it. I've had two little orders before with like a bunch of body plugs and that sort of thing. And honestly, it showed up, and it was the good stuff where I find, your little body plugs and your Christmas trees and push pins. When you get that off, say, Amazon or eBay, you don't really know what you're getting. Some of the sizes are funny. So even if you use half of it, if it's cheap enough, who cares? But the stuff from these guys all had millimeters and measurements, and, so you had some idea how big they were. The cool thing was when they all showed up, it was all stuff I could use. Anyway, this is rated for 500 pounds. Would I put 500 pounds on it? I have no idea. Something tells me this would never see 500 pounds. But what it will see is the trunk lid off this car and possibly the hood off of this car. We're going to see a lot of that kind of stuff on here. So this is for me to put panels on, to do the work and paint and stuff. And the cool thing is, you pick them up like so, and you throw them against a wall. They don't take up a bunch of room. When I do heavy duty stuff, I got my wooden sawhorses, which are 4 feet. And there's nothing wrong with those. I use those quite a bit. The nice thing with this, see, I could lower down one more link and I'd probably be the height of those horses. Right now I'm a little tall, but sometimes you want to be up a bit or down. It gives you a bit of adjustment. And no matter how big a hood or something would be, if you have it upside down, you've got a lot of support there, which you're not going to put a bunch of dings and stuff. So I think these are going to be pretty good. And what made me really happy, a friend of mine has a set of these, and something happened. He broke one, but I remember looking in where he broke it and he took it apart. The metal was really, really thin. Now, I'm not saying these are super thick steel, but there's meat there. Now, they claim to be made out of stainless steel, and they're painted. It does sort of look shiny inside, but I mean, if it is stainless, it's probably a super low-grade stainless. I don't care about that. They seem to be strong. At 100 a piece, that's great. Now, I just happened to look on Princess Auto the other day. They seem to have a very similar thing. Now, I don't know if they're as heavy duty as these, but they're $55 right now. So if anyone's looking for something like this, and you're not too worried about extreme weight, I'd like to get the ones from Princess Auto just to see how good they are. Now, I've got 3 of these here, so I'm not going to bother getting any more for a while. But if any of you out there have bought the ones from Princess Auto, especially this week at $55, order them, throw a comment on. Tell me what you think, how good they are. That'd be great. And if there's a review out there, slap a link in the comments. It'd be cool to compare apples to apples. I would have went cheaper because honestly, I don't think this is something that has to be great. However, the thickness of the tubing itself, and again, this is not super thick, but it's thicker than I thought it was going to be. It's pretty good. It's pretty heavy. They're not light, which I think is great. I'm not bringing this anywhere. This is not a road trip thing. It's going to be folded up against the wall, and when I need it, I can use it. And let me tell you what it is replacing. Now, I don't know if anyone remembers these. Those were sold at Canadian Tire, and I'm sure you can get them at other places. And they're about 40, 50, 60 bucks. I don't even know how much they are. There's heavier ones and lighter ones. These are the lighter ones. They used to go on sale for like $12.99 all the time. I have 4. They are good. They work in a pinch. Where they're not good, the legs come out. They're not real wide and they're flimsy. So you can, and it's happened to me where I've had stuff on them and whoops, hit it with my foot and knocked it over. So this is heavy enough. And it's pretty balanced, as in the width of the feet is the width of the top. So it'll be pretty tough. And if you want it to be a little wider, it will go down a little further and a little wider. But all in all, anything I use or work with, this height will probably be fine for me. Anyway, I'll give this a thumbs up. Hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers.